that a better jacket? No, the lighter colour one's better. Okay.
I feel like Galen waiting for Crystal to get ready.
I'm ready.
Come on.
I'm ready.
Come on.
I'm almost ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Oh, forget all that malarkey. No intro to the show, obviously, because we've got some very, very serious things to talk about in this episode of Big Brother Uncouth. I'm Hyde Goon.
I'm Leah Riley, otherwise known as Crystal. I told you I was going to try for the Cleopatra.
You did. You kind of did well. You just need to work on the top part.
Hang on.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. So we've had a very long break between our last episode. A lot of things have gone on. We haven't been able to get onto the interweb to get this episode up and happening, but here we are.
Well, let's face it. People tried to take us off the air.
Yeah.
They knew that we'd have the in-depth, honest discussions that need to happen about what has recently taken place in the BB house. And so we fought long and hard. We've been to court.
Yep.
We've been back.
Just got out.
We almost went on Rove. It got that serious.
I don't like M&Ms.
Thank goodness we sidetracked that one.
Yeah.
We went through obstacles. It was almost like a Friday Night Live, really. There
was
soy
soy
sauce. There was like
games
slippery
aplenty,
stuff.
And no reward room in sight.
No.
People know when they want to know what's really going on inside the Big Brother house, they come to Big Brother Uncouth. Or behind Big Brother, or
Oh, absolutely.
or they just download it off the net.
BBBA has been the source of any type of honest commentary or letting people talk about whatever they want
The
to.
real deal, so
Yeah,
to speak.
absolutely.
They're not journalists, but they're just people, just the community people who are making it happen.
Or
And
are they journalists? Is this what we need from the Australian media?
I don't know.
Obviously not according to Gretzky.
I don't know. You know, Gretzky gave everyone a bit of a hard time. Ill-informed, mal-opinion, sort of, damaging to everyone.
Yeah.
Those people, obviously, that don't tie the company line are obviously going to be ridiculed and slapped across the face. They're going to go across the face to anyone who interferes with Big Brother's opinion and what really is going on.
Now, the problem is...
A turkey slap, if
Stop
you
it.
will.
Anything we say now it's just riddled with
Innuendo.
possibilities, innuendos,
Yeah.
with very touchy ground, very
So
fine
let's
line
just first
stuff.
up sort of put a disclaimer on everything that we're about to say. Anything that's mentioned on this show
Yeah.
is purely my opinion, and Leah's borrowing from my opinion. But my opinion is not the opinion of anyone else I work with, associate with, or have anything to do with. Also, just like to say that the John, well, I can't call the Johns then, but John and Ashely.
Mike and Mike, if you will.
Yeah, our opinions of them haven't really changed. They're still the same people that were in the house beforehand. If a little bit less twitchy and better dressed. And
It did happen, didn't it?
And Camilla, our opinions of Camilla have not changed. Our opinions of the people in the house have not changed. Our opinions of no one have really changed.
Though, can I just
Except.
not preface, put a little footnote to that and say that I did go through a whole lot of emotions. I'm sure a lot of people who have actually been stalwart viewers of Big Brother have. You go through a whole lot of emotions. And for a little moment, my ideas of people did change, but they leveled out.
Yeah.
With a little bit of time,
Yep.
a little bit of common sense,
A little bit of thought.
and a little bit of put myself in their shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether you go back a few years, go forward a few years, try and, imagine what it'll be like being bored out of your mind,
Yeah.
maybe having a few drinks,
Nothing to do.
too comfortable with each other.
Yep.
But there's been so much fabulous debate, and there have been some really good points made by a lot of people, and some really shocking, dumb, I wouldn't even call them points, made by others.
And so far, we have not expressed any opinion at all whatsoever.
How do we do
have
it?
managed to fill, a good 4 minutes worth of complete fluff.
Yeah.
Filler.
Hey,
We should so be breakfast morning DJs.
we're
we
perfect.
really should.
Middle
we really
of
should.
the road, and now here for some Kenny G. But you know
Better
what I
than
do have an
today.
opinion on?
What's that?
Just a quick sidetrack.
What? Perry!
And Perry, man! Perry!
Oh, man. Look.
Bring back Jade.
Oh, God.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Is
Perry
anyone
is
else
so
just tearing their hair out?
I'm finding I'm watching Big Brother and I'm getting really angry.
Yeah.
And I'm going, why am I getting angry
Yeah.
at this show? It's not the producers, it's not the other housemates, it's the Perry. Because if I was in there, I'd be going bunter. You know, everyone goes through it. What would I do? What would I say in that
Or
situation?
what is the thing that would really drive you
Oh,
mental?
man, I've dressed her down 10 times. I've been in that diary
Dressed
and
her
said
down?
straight to the camera.
Dressed her down?
That's right, dressed her down with my mind bullets. And I've said to Big Brother, I've given her 2 points, 1 point, and if he's asked me why, I'd say because I'm going to kill her. And I don't want to have to kill anyone in this house, but that's exactly what I'm going to do unless she goes. Perry has got to go. Man, she's driving me freaking bonkers.
I know, it's like if anything was going to happen to send somebody that would be actually removed from their house, would be just about to strangle Perry. Please. Do you know what I think it is with Perry? Is she reminds you of the worst things of your exes. She's just got my ex-boyfriend written all over her. He always thinks he's right. He just bulldozes an argument. No, I don't want to talk right now. Like I like to do with you during our show. I do that as well.
You do.
So
it's been commented. It's been suggested,
but,
Perry. I mean, Leah. Ooh, nearly trouble. Yeah, Perry's got to go. But let's get back to the incident.
Okay, the incident.
I'm not sure we're actually allowed to talk about the incident. Mind you, there's no criminal charges have been pressed, so it's not actually a matter for the courts. Anything we can say can only be sort of circumspect. Now, the incident pertains... No, but that is really another
hasn't
matter.
Been talked about. Maybe we could talk about that.
Is it a turkey slap if you've been circumcised? I mean, realistically, that's a very important question.
Is it a cabana slap?
Is it? Oh no! If you haven't been, it's a cabana. That's a bit of cabana to the face.
Look,
it's done. It's good.
Look, I've been through my fair share of good hippie stage and a bit of a feminism flair, which I don't think I'll ever let go of. No. And so in some ways, I'm getting I've got the argument welling inside of me, like they stepped the line. Steps should have been taken to punish them. Ashely and John, because it's just this taking over the like if they held her down for a pash, you can live with that and they could have stayed in the house. It's just there's a line that gets. But
where is the line, Leah? What is the line with you? I mean, what if there was a bit of thigh in your face and you were being held down?
Which bit of thigh? Closer to the knee or up?
Let's say it's a chicken thigh, if we're going with the white meat theme. Let's say a chicken thigh is held to your face against your will.
Do you mean real chicken or you metaphorical?
Leg of chicken. Oh, doesn't matter. Regardless, my point is, I guess what I'm getting
to is...
If
I was vegetarian and you held a chicken thigh to my face, that would be wrong. Yep. That would be harassment.
The chicken slap. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be harassment.
And I'd be saying, you can't beat it, can't beat it. Can't beat that face. Oh man, that was bad pun intention. But seriously though, if anything happens to you against your will, that is a violation. So if it's against your will, it's a violation. But at what point does it become against your will? Is it when you say it's against your will? Or is it merely the fact of it actually occurring is against your will?
Look, can I just say that do we need to rewrite everything that everyone behind the scenes of Big Brother has been debating over the last 2 days? We're not debating now.
I think we're taking a different tack. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm just saying this is exactly what has to have been debated for them to get kicked out of the house.
We're saying nothing. We're saying nothing. We're saying nothing. What's your opinion? What do you think? What do you think?
I think
feminist. Hippie. Cairo Egyptian woman.
No, that's harassment. You're gone.
Yeah.
What do I think? I think that it's such a difficult thing. And this sort of situation could have happened, let's say, at a party of friends who've known each other for a long time. Someone took it across the line a bit, but no one was hurt. The person who was
What's your opinion? What do you think?
It's different because it is on a TV show.
Right, okay.
And
that's
action needed to be taken. So I'm just trying to say that...
So it's because it's open to the public, because people can comment upon it, something should have been done about it.
And I think what's happened is...
Yes?
Fine. I don't think there should be any criminal...
closed doors is fine then.
No.
So we're suggesting...
see what I'm saying?
The feminist movement back by
this
60
is not what
years.
I'm talking about. This is what's so difficult about this topic. But
Suffragette City.
There's a very interesting thing that got written recently that I read about. I think it was on Crikey, about someone who actually helped inform the rules of what was the boundaries in Big Brother.
Yep.
And she said that what was good about this is that action was taken. Camilla was given room to speak, to say what she needed. She was given support. The boys were reprimanded. And that this actually incites discussion amongst people who need to talk about what sexual harassment is or what, stepping over the boundary is. And so even though, people are screaming blue murder that shouldn't wouldn't be on, it's actually brought up a topic that's worthwhile talking about, and it does form these discussions where
so true.
the lines are blurry.
But if you read the Telegraph or one of those other sort of really trashy, and I mean really trashy mags where they just make up stuff, kind of like us, but printed and taken seriously.
And with that clear
other
patronise.
opinions were taken where, like a professor from Adelaide University was suggesting that the fact that Camilla talked about it publicly was probably going to be damaging to her because people normally have the solitude to be able to talk about it privately, and exposing herself was going to pull herself down. Then there's obviously the discussion about the Big Brother show, the special that they had last night with Gretel Colleen.
Yeah. So heavily scripted.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was regrettable. If I
You're
could
so
turn
Perry
it
right
back,
now. Just
I
talk
would turn
right
it.
over the top of me, Perry.
just-
No, go Perry. Perry, please, go on, please. I'm interested. Please. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. So that was my Gretel impersonation there as well.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
with Mikey.
Come on, what were we
was
saying?
Pretty bad, wasn't it? Well, you completely destroyed my
Well,
train
you were
of
talking
thought.
over the top of me. We're going a bit crazy here now. Look, the show did go on. It was a special. It was a big twist. Gretel obviously was reading directly from the order queue. Obviously, it didn't seem like her. It didn't seem like her, only because, let's face it, if those two housemates had been evicted normally and had done what they did and were on stage with Greta, she would have stripped them.
Oh, absolutely.
She would have been like a 600,000 gigawatt sort of heat stripper, sort of pouring their emotional paint off them and stripping them and publicly and giving them a public grilling. That would have been a real good twisted promotion. And... and I just think that's what she would have done. But this way here was just like, it was revenge for the other Mikey incident. What is it about Mikeys as well? I mean, is it
There
every
are three.
Mikey? Is it every Mikey
think
that actually has a problem?
They've controversy.
Yeah, it's
If your name's
controversy
Michael,
Mikey. It's trouble comes in threes,
I'll
and
tell
it
you
was
what,
all the Mikey threes.
With Gretzky, let's just be honest. If we were doing her show, this is what it would sound like. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Brother Uncouth. How are you all? It's so good to see you. I'm just so happy to be here with Hyde Goon. He's been such a fantastic influence on Big Brother Uncouth. And, it's been hard for you over the last week, obviously. Yep. So, how do you feel? Like, is our show like that?
I feel like... I'm a good person, and I really enjoyed my time in the house.
Do you know all it was missing? Was some good plugs in there, all I really feel like is a toasted twister and to talk to people on the three mobile.
Phone. That's right.
Thank you.
Making video calls is the most enlightening experience I've ever had. Everything I did was we were just having fun. But then that old argument, just having fun, isn't it always? Let's just face it, you don't sexually harass someone because, it seems an awkward thing to do. You do it because you think it's fun. You're being inappropriate. You don't realise you're being inappropriate until someone tells you you're being inappropriate.
But then some people are being inappropriate. Oh my gosh, it's a can of worms.
It is.
And seriously, that's what's happened.
So,
BB has opened up a can of worms, or Mike and Mike, aka Ashley and John.
I would like to talk about the fact that everyone's gone into this big, huge public furor about the incident, and yet only 2 or 3 days earlier, Big Brother set a special task because they thought there was some special flirting going on inside the house. They thought that Camilla and Ashely, there might have been a bit of sexual tension there. So trying to work that, build that up into a bit of a frenzy, they then set the two against each other, where Camilla had to pash everyone or kiss everyone within 24 hours, and Ashely was given specific instruction to not be kissed within a specific time period. So what happens is, and for Big Brother to get the footage that they're after, you've got Camilla forcing Ashely onto a bed, trying to desperately pash him, right? Now, is that not doing something completely against his will? Is that not someone going, I'm uncomfortable in this situation, or regardless of whether he's uncomfortable, whether he's given a task or not, it's against his will. It's against anything that he wants to do.
But did she pull her pants down?
That's not the issue. The issue is doing something against your will.
Yeah, I understand.
And the fact is then, of course, then that created this whole thing with Ashley. He's like, okay, well, Camilla really wants me, all right? So, a lot of emotions going on, a lot of boredom, so maybe the woman is, maybe a forced pash means she needs a turkey slap.
I do not
Did I just hear a
condone the
tumbleweed?
opinions
I think I just
of
heard
my
tumbleweed
goon.
But really, it's the...
Look, no,
they set
a
themselves
situation
up
was
for
set up.
failure,
Yeah, a situation
and
was
everyone's
set up,
completely ignored that. Well, I don't mean everyone. Obviously
No,
there's
it's
been
been
some
discussed.
discussion, but
Look,
disgusting. And John Howard's trying to call it off television. John Howard couldn't pull the skin off a custard, so I'm not sure how he's going to try and pull that off television. And then you've got Beasley trying to incite incite that. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say.
But the Queensland government going, it's okay because it creates jobs, so we'll just sweep that under the carpet.
With the cash money.
I think what's interesting, though, is also the official line that was given by BB when it first happened, which was, we will not discuss this further. It's a closed matter. We're just going to move on.
Yeah.
But then they chose to discuss it quite nicely on a 10-minute special on the station the other night.
Is that the twist, you think? Do you think that's the twist in the middle of the season? Like, the Big Brother's got a big twist. You don't know what it's going to be. Is that the big twist they want in the middle of a season lull? It generated a lot of interest for them.
Look, it has. I think it's probably what a lot of viewers to the show who might not have watched in the past. Now, I have a feeling I would really dislike the idea of any intruders going into the house now. I think it would disrupt the house. Goodness knows. Perry has. So I think it really should probably end a week early, run its course with the housemates in there. We've got to let the show continue its natural length, it's to its
duration.
natural end.
Yeah.
Adding no one else in, acknowledging what's happened. It'd be wrong to sensationalise it anymore by trying to replace them.
They've got to throw some people in there to liven up the mix a bit. Even if they throw in some friends and family, I don't know.
How about some celebs?
Yeah. Like who? Thorpe.
No.
Rogue McManus.
Naomi Watts. That would stir things up.
Naomi Watts, would it?
Yeah, you reckon?
I wouldn't know what to say to her.
You're not in there. It doesn't matter.
Should be hot. I think we need another gay person in the house. Another 2 gay people go in the house.
I think everyone from We Can Be Heroes.
We Can Be Heroes?
All
the
of them.
ensemble cast of...
Or about those really annoying chicks in the wedge who do the pokies thing. Unlucky!
That'll be a celebrity show. Yeah. What's more interesting is the fact that everyone's trying to now pull it off the television, pull a perfectly good reality-based TV show. I mean, the reality is that's what happens in reality, right? So it's called reality TV, that's what happens. Okay, reality, deal with it. So everyone's trying to pull it off the air, but I mean, there are other programs that we should be looking at pulling off air, rather than focusing on this one. I'd say Today Tonight, and A Current Affair. The lies and deception. I hate those shows. Stop just lying to them, inciting fear in everyone. They're just disgusting, horrible things. They're doing more damage to Australians than asbestos and smoking ever did combined. I kid you not. The Footy Show. You'll never find more bigoted, buffhead, redneck wank stains ever.
Show.
And even the AFL ones.
Yeah.
They've all got to go. Eddie Maguire's got to go. Eddie Maguire finally not calling... Anyway, Eddie Maguire's got to go, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll get the chop too. And the other thing that's probably got to go is Everybody Loves Raymond. I'm sorry, Ten.
He doesn't.
Not everybody loves Raymond. Some people think he's a bit of a loser. But yeah, I just think otherwise the only thing we left with is Dancing with the Stars if we don't do something soon. I mean...
Goodness knows we've got stars ice skating pretty soon. And who is Renee and when is she getting married?
Well, I think that could be interesting only because it's on 10. And 10 is great. Love you, 10. Love you, 10. 10. You're so great.
Oh, guys, we'd love to hear what shows you'd like cancelled. We'd love to hear your opinions.
Love to hear. Always love to hear your thoughts.
Love ya.
So this might be our last podcast.
We might get taken off the air.
We might be saying goodbye. We might be sort of moving on to sort of greyer pastures because the grass certainly isn't greener when you live in a concrete jungle. If you'd like to stay in touch, if you'd like to write to us, and maybe we'll let you know if we're going to do another show at some point. If you're remotely interested, write to us at bigbrother@emanate.com. That's bigbrother@emanate.com.
Yeah.
You'll find it on the website or something.
And
like
on his
that.
forehead.
And on my forehead. Not that you can really read orange. Yellow.
Sorry about
highlighter.
that.
So don't forget to vote out Perry.
And should we just go out with some bye
boys. See ya.
Bye.
Ask a Swan supporter. This week, Rogue Traders ask, I've heard a lot about Camilla Gate. We were playing in there, some people weren't there. What's really going on? Well, Rogue Traders, when you were rocking out, so much was going on. First, when you're playing that song with that chick from Neighbours, and you're like playing so hard, there's a lot of things going on behind closed doors. You know, like those doors in Maxwell Smart that go like swinging. They were nothing like those doors whatsoever. Kinda more like the ones from Star Trek. Chic. They were doors nonetheless. Well, like all good controversies, it all started with a kiss. That's right, most of this week's incident can be attributed to hot chocolate singles. Well, hot chocolate in the shopping task. The housemates were like gathered around in the special room where they do the ordering and things. And they're all like, well, what are we going to eat? And Camilla was very serious. She was like, well, I don't eat red meat. But the boys were like, but I want to eat lots of red meat. Camilla said, well, no, I'm only going to eat white meat. John was like, I want some chicken. Well, maybe we could have some pork. And Camilla was like, I only eat turkey. And John pulled like this other hot chocolate reference straight out of a hat. He said, so you win again. And here I stand again, the loser. And Ashley was like, I'm all girl crazy. Later on, when the shopping was all complete, the food arrived and there was much discussion and gnashing of teeth. Big Brother thought it'd be fun to set a task, and so he set Camilla to pass everybody within 24 hours. But at the same time, he gave Ashley a very special task of his own. Ashley was told to not kiss anybody. Ooh! So much tension! So many things could go wrong! The producers must have been thinking, what kind of boy are you looking for, girl? Anyway, the feeds went down and we couldn't see what really went on. There's a lot of talk about getting the turkey out from the bag and like slapping it around. I didn't see any of it. I'm not on the premium. I don't get the internet live stream. The video that shoots just ka-choom, like a waterfall of valuable video information. It only costs like $29 or something. You know, Mrs. Ninja, she was like, I'm not paying for that. But that's another story. Next thing you know, John and Ashley are being taken out of the house. No one knows why. That was when Rogue Traders were playing their classic hits, which will go down forever in the history of time as the greatest hits ever made by a band. Yeah. So Big Brother calls all the housemates into the diary room. And he goes like, John and Ashley did some inappropriate things with food, and the National Food Board has been in contact with us. The Pork Foundation is saying we want pork on the fork. We got the beef people saying it is bad for our industry. KFC's going, we've got this perfectly good rap. Why not they using this? So he kicked them out. Camilla is not allowed to tell any of the other housemates what's going on. So Big Brother says, well, I think you'd better tell them what really went on. You know, the fridge incident. So then Camilla gets all the housemates together and she tells the story. She says, it all started like this. And they're like, oh, what? Then later on, they do a special where they got the John and the Ashley, and they're going, we like all types of meats. We're just normal human beings. Vegetables are good too. We just like turkey more. And there's a furor, and the Beasley is going, I like lamb. And Howard's like, who said something about the Queen? And James Packer is like floating in $1 million bath made of champagne and naked girls saying, I'm not coming back for Eddie Maguire. And Eddie Maguire's like, what the hell am I doing here? So much controversy, so little time. And that is the way it all ended, Rogue Traders. Thank you very much, Rogue Traders, for asking a Swan supporter. I look forward to downloading your song onto my free mobile or some other kind of device very soon.